In this lesson, I'm going to show you how you can draw some simple shapes on a canvas. First of all, we'll see how to draw some rectangles, either outline or solid, and then we'll see how you can perform general drawing operations using a path. So we'll have a simple path that joins up several points to represent a rectangle. So the code for this is in your project files folder. If you'd like to open up and have a go, drawingsimpleshapes.html is the example for this lesson. And first of all, we have a canvas element and two buttons which allow me to draw shapes on it. So the draw rectangles function draws the rectangles, draw triangle obviously draws the triangle. Let's take a look at those methods down here. First of all, the draw rectangles function gets the canvas as usual and gets the 2D context on that canvas. So we've seen that before. Now the context object has a clear rect function. This allows you to clear a portion of the canvas. So you specify the top left corner that you'd like to clear and the width and the height that you'd like to clear. So here I've cleared the entire contents of the context. So any drawing operations that I've done previously will be erased by that method. Now there's a property on context that allows you to specify what color to use when drawing outlines. The stroke style property in this example is set to blue. The fill style property allows you to say how shapes should be filled. So in this case, shapes will be filled using the color of red, and it's going to be partially transparent. In order to draw shapes, well, to draw a rectangle, you can either call stroke rect or fill rect. Stroke rect draws the outline of a rectangle using the specified top left coordinates and the specified width and height. So it draws the outline of a rectangle using the current stroke style. So that'll be blue. And fill rect draws a solid rectangle using the specified coordinates, width and height. So we should get the outline of a rectangle in blue and a solid rectangle in red. So let's just go back into the example and recap. There we are. The outline using stroke rect and the solid rectangle using fill rect. Now let's have a look at the triangle example and I'll show you how to do that. This illustrates general mechanisms for drawing shapes. So first of all, we have some common code, get the context, clear any existing content, set the color scheme for the triangle. Now there's a function called begin path. This means you're about to start recording coordinates that you'd like to draw. There's a move to function which allows you to move the current position to a specified XY coordinate without actually drawing a line. So the move to function is like taking your pen off the sheet of paper, repositioning the cursor, ready to start drawing. So the start position is 60, 30, X is 60, Y is 30. And then we draw a line to the new coordinate using the current stroke style. So that will draw a line from 60, 30 to 190 using blue as the stroke style. Then from that position, it draws another line to the next coordinate. I've done some maths here to make sure that these points actually add up. And finally, the close path method connects the last point back to the first point that you've drawn. Now, at this point, it hasn't actually drawn anything. It's just recorded the operations that you'd like to perform. In order to actually do the drawing, you either have to call the stroke method or the fill method. Stroke draws an outline, fill draws a solid shape. So at the moment, we're calling the stroke function, so the triangle is drawn as an outline shape, hollow. If I go back into my code, and instead of doing a stroke, we do a fill, save that file, and let me go back into the browser, and I'll refresh the browser view, and click draw triangle. This time, I get a filled triangle instead of a hollow one. I could have both if I wanted to. I could have the stroke method and the fill method. So this will draw the outline using the current stroke color, which was blue. And it will also fill the triangle using the current fill color, which is red. So let me save that file and go back into the browser, refresh the view, F5, draw triangle. Now you can just about see the blue outline and the red triangle. So this lesson has introduced the basics of drawing shapes. We've seen the stroke rect function and the fill rect function. And we've also seen line to and move to draw more general shapes. We've also talked about color schemes. You can set the stroke style property and the fill style property to define the color scheme.